Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. So I'm on the trails again, I'm on the big adventure bike, the big Triumph. But what is the best bike for off-road riding?
RevelatorAlf.
Or trail riding for the most part? Well, for me, the lighter the bike, the smaller the engine possibly is going to be the best way. It really depends what kind of off-road riding you're going to do. Is it kind of trail, sedate riding, or is it going to be more fast-paced or maybe even competition? So if you're looking sort of competition, enduro, competition, motocrosser, then you're really going to have to go for something with a lot of poke and lightweight. So it really depends. Are you going for a 250 two-stroke or four-stroke, or maybe a 450 in that region, 300? Obviously different manufacturers have different cc's, but you know, the 250 to 450 I think is about the best bracket. But within that there's a lot of scope. So let's say if you're doing really hard enduro, you know, you're going to be going through river ravines and over big boulders and all that sort of stuff. You're probably looking at a really lightweight 250cc, maybe even a 125cc, but a 250cc two-stroke that's got a lot of poke, and it's going to be able to, you know, get up over things really a lot better. You know, possibly not even enduro, maybe in a motocrosser style bike you might want for that, but something that's really rugged, off-road capable, but also it's got a lot of poke. Maybe you can get away with a 250 four-stroker, you know, to do that kind of thing. But I think most likely it's going to be a 250 two-stroke. If you're getting into just really technical trails, then I think something like a 250 two-stroke or a 250 four-stroke is probably the best way to go, because you need to have that mix of really slow riding capability and a bit of faster riding capability. But you know, it really depends, you know, what kind of trail it's going to be, or what kind of trails you're mostly going to be riding on. Are they going to be challenging? Yeah, but are you going to be jumping over walls and things like that? Personally, I think I'll go for a 250 four-stroke, something like that. Maybe into a 450, 400, 450 four-stroke for that as well. The point I'm trying to make is that the lighter the bike and the more off-road capable it is, the better it's going to be. Thing is with adventure bikes, they're a bit of everything, but they're a master of nothing really. And that, you could say that a lot for most dual sport bikes. They're not really mastered. They are capable, but it's really hard work, you know. So watch all my videos of the adventure bike. They will go, but you've just got to be so careful with them because they're so heavy. And if you have to start manhandling them, that's it, they're a right pain. If you come down the ranges, you know, with the sort of dual sports or the big enduro bikes, you know, like KTMs have come out with, you know, they're all capable, and you know, you can jump over things, but it's just so much harder work. So, and especially, you know, the bigger the bike, the bigger you have to be able to manhandle it. So a smaller bike is going to be better all round, I think, for taller guys, for shorter guys, but for more technical it is. The more technical it is, the smaller cc possibly, and definitely down to 250 450cc range, more poke, power to weight ratio, that's what you want. So I think if the more technical, the most technical, probably go down as far as a 250cc. If it's more open trail riding but really technical, you know, either a 250 or 450, but a 450 is going to be harder to handle than a 250, and a lot of that's to do with gear ratios as well. See, even if you get a 450cc, you might think, you know what, I might have to, you know, change the sprockets a little bit just to make it more manageable, you know, in the really technical stuff. Anyway, that's the video today. This is big news here. I'm actually, so this big adventure bike, 2 years. I'll be keeping it for another year, but right now I am looking for an off-road enduro bike. It's probably going to be something like a 250 four-stroke or a 450 four-stroke right now, and most of that is because most of the trails I'm going to be riding are technical, but I'm not going to be going over massive huge boulders and things like that. But also, dare I say, I don't want to talk about fuel economy, but actually you're going to go further on a four-stroke 250 or 450 than you will on a two-stroke as well. So if I'm really going on those big long rides, then I'll need something that's gonna, you know, get me further anyway. Right, well, I hope this was useful to you at least, or you know, something to think about as well if you're kind of thinking about which is the best off-road bike to get. Really, you know, down to brand, it really depends on you as an individual, what you prefer. But I think, you know, that's the difference really. You're going to go for a 125 250 for the really technical stuff, lightweight, two-stroke. If it's kind of technical, but you know, you're not going over big boulders, I'd go for a 250 4-stroke. If it's kind of open trail riding, something like that, it's going to be quite technical. I'd go for, you know, and longer distances, let's say, but the trail's a little bit open, I'd go between a 250 and a 450 4-stroke. Anything more than that, they're just too heavy, in my opinion anyway. And I find it with the big adventure bikes, they're just too heavy for, I can push it, you push it, but at the end of the day, you're absolutely shattered, you know, and picking up a big bike and manhandling it, even the slightest little thing that you have to do becomes a major drama. Anyway, catch you on the next video, whenever it is. Hope this found this useful at least. Look, it's a discussion point at the end of the day, and it's an opinion. You know, let me know what you think in the comments below. And check out the website, RevelatorAlf.com. Follow me on Patreon, RevelatorAlf, and any support there would be really grand as well. Subscribe to the channel. Catch you soon. Ta-da.
RevelatorAlf.